Masks worked once they facilitated political events for a political movement whose supporters wanted to unseat a president they perceived to be the worst thing that ever happened to the country because their television told them so. We were also told that racial justice protests couldn't spread COVID. That was fun. Traveling has taken on a new feel. I'm traveling in America, but aspects of it will make me feel like I'm in a foreign land. Michael Plaster, an Austin native who moved out to Los Angeles a decade ago to pursue filmmaking dreams, flew in with me. I'm a New Jersey native who moved to Austin after a childhood of visits and dreams of one day becoming a Texan. The dreams officially came true the day I looked down at a license 4 years ago with that beautiful 5-letter word Texas in the top left corner and my cauliflower ears below. Plaster is Eddie Bravo's primary documentarian, the videographer behind the Mastering the System series on the 10th Planet website, and a founder/owner of The Grappling Network, a video platform with distribution across various online streaming services. He was the first to properly explain to me how Chinese Communist Party, CCP, money could influence our industries like it had Hollywood. The Grappling Network hopes to become the background noise at bars across the country as Americans hop off the traditional ball sports wave. The popularity of the 3 major American sports has been threatened by those sports leagues and everyone in the media that covers them, going along with the totalitarian and divisive mainstream narrative. It's to the chagrin of the average fan who expects sports to be an escape from their daily slog. Sports are intended to be an inspirational experience by watching examples of the heights of human potential, but recently it has frequently turned into an extension of the politics that audiences head to sports to avoid. Fighting has become a nice replacement for a lot of fans, something real. A sport with athletes who are not completely beholden to a big sneaker deal that is built on questionable labor practices. Athletes who still have real opinions rather than what you hear at pro ball sports press conferences. Legacy news networks, Hollywood, American-based multinational corporations, whether Silicon Valley, the apparel industry, or professional sports leagues, academic institutions from universities down to elementary schools, and establishment politicians are all part of the narrative. Once you've seen it, you see it everywhere. They all have the same opinions. Pro-lockdown, pro-riot, pro-mask, pro-vaccine mandate, and so on. We know all of their opinions now. They've made sure to tell us. Each company is always working and positioning itself via public statements to maximize their future environmental, social, and governance, or ESG, score, a worldwide social credit score standard for corporations. ESG is a set of standards for a company's behavior used by socially conscious investors to screen potential investments. In a tweet from March 2nd, 2022, mathematician, author, and social critic James A. Lindsay says the ESG score exists for 3 reasons. 1. A sword to implement divide and conquer and box out competition. 2. A shield to look morally virtuous while doing it. 3. To install arbitrary power, diversity, equity, and inclusion, or DEI, ESG, and other political officers, and to enforce compliance with its arbitrary standards. The point of the ESG is to give people like Klaus Schwab of the World Economic Forum infinite power over everything and everyone. Politicians just come out and say it now. The goal is a new world order. It exists to enforce market actors to fall in line for global money while pretending to serve some incoherent vision of a greater good. Do so, and you too shall profit. It doesn't matter if your food product is filled with cancer-causing chemicals or your new pill kills people. Your company # Black Lives Matter on Twitter. The propaganda push hasn't stopped since March 2020. In the non-digital world, we get constant reminders of these politics every time we see a perfectly healthy 20-something with a mask, the Democrat MAGA hat, on outside during a bright, sunny day, walking alone. Politics are everywhere now. They've become unavoidable. My intention isn't to be political, but to not acknowledge the environment we exist in at this moment in history is to not tell the story of what we're living through. The nature of reality itself is now a political conversation. There is no explaining where we are in early 2022 without discussing the experience of the COVID Cold War. We can't forget this. We can't forget who did this to us. We can't let history be rewritten. Of course, to be Eddie Bravo is to be impacted by this.